So
Right?
just one thing I felt like when creating all of the like work centers, equipments, functional locations, and task lists. So like there were a lot of fields on the screen, right? So I was not sure which data to put in and which data not to put in because a lot of things I didn't knew or it was just random data for me. So I was not able to understand what fields are required, what fields I put in, and what I leave. So that was one thing that I was facing while creating those master data and everything.
Okay. For what object?
Oh, sorry.
What you were creating?
So for all of the things, right? For example, you create a work center or you create a equipment. So what all data do I need to put in? Basic things like plant and planning plant and whatever you discussed in your videos. So those are good, but what about the other things that are there in there? So is it required or do we leave it? Or if we have the information, we can put that data, otherwise we can leave it. For example, your manufacturer data, right?
Hmm.
So this is something like if we know it, we will put it, otherwise we can leave it.
Yes, you can leave it. If you have some data, then you can put it. All the fields where there is a mark for the check mark is there. Those are the mandatory fields. Okay. And you are not a business end user. So you not need to worry much about the data here because this is going to be the responsibility of business end user. You are going to be the consultant for that end user. You must be focusing on major data and other data. So what would be the reason here? All those fields where you have a F4 functionality, those are the fields where you can get the data, and rest all other fields are the raw fields. You can use it either way. So depending on the business requirements over the screens, they use different kind of data in different fields.
Okay. Like for example, if you go into location, right? So
Mhm.
now here, I know there is one planning plant that would be there, and then there is location, room, plant section. So these three things looks like location to me. Like location, room will also be a location, right? And
Correct.
plant section will also be some location.
Correct.
So is it on the company or the organization to decide which one we use among these three? So is it like
Yes,
that?
it's going to be decided by the maintenance planner and their teams that what location it should be. You are no one to decide this because the function who has activated these machineries at the time of that maintenance and at the time of system designing, they are going to identify those master data and all those equipments will be already created in the system. You will only be helping either way in identifying the errors and you have knowledge about things as well.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
So your task might be to have these locations configured sometimes in the system or inform the users that the data is not maintained. That's why it's not reflecting in the table. If it is not maintained, it will not it will not reflect to the technicians at the time when they are going for the maintenance. So these kind of problems will appear against you.
So,
So I have configured. Yes.
just one point. Like when I'm trying to add a like maintenance planning plan, I'm
Mhm.
getting while saving the record, I'm getting a pop-up prompt for customizing request. Is it like I don't have access to add a maintenance planning plan? Or
Can you show me that screenshot if you have, or give me the asset number? I will try it here. This is just for example, I have added the plan, but it is not giving me any error. Show me the error message, then I will be happy to help
I'm
you.
just putting it in the chat.
Okay.
allowing me to. Okay, maybe I'll share my screen. So connect.
Yeah, yes, you can share your screen.
So yeah, this is the one that you can see my screen.
Yes.
So while saving, I'm going to this maintenance planning plan and trying to add one maintenance maintenance planning plan. And while trying to save the record, I'm getting this pop-up.
So this is the kind of something which is about to create a transport request. Okay, I suggest you not to do this until we are ongoing on the training. Okay.
Okay.
Until we are doing training, please don't do these things. So that what this will do, this will impact our training, and I will have to reconfigure things.
Okay,
However,
so that means currently we do not have, let's say, the necessary access to add a maintenance planning
you
plan.
have the access. You have the access. Click on the create button.
Create button.
Yeah, scroll to the right. Scroll to the right. Yeah, this one. Folder button. Folder. Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Create.
Okay. Should I click it?
Yes. So provide some description here. This is how we start or do any configuration. Okay. At the time when you start to configure SPRO system, whenever you are configuring SPRO system and you don't have any transport request in your system assigned, then this will give you a pop-up to assign and create a, give any description and you mention your name and ID. Mention your name here. Why I did this? Because this will help me out for for identifying any kind of changes done by your ID, and I can easily mitigate them only if it is required. Click on save. System will now generate a transport request for you, and click on OK. Then you are ready for the configuration. This is a one-time activity. Sorry, to be done.
Data was okay.
Okay.
So this got saved already, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And the process is going to be different when you are working on your system. This pop-up will not come in your system. This pop-up will come, and then it create button will not appear, because at those times you will be working on chance, change request, change management. Those are the completely different softwares, which will websites where you will be working on those requests. Okay. Whenever you got any change request, then this change request will be created in the charm change manager, and that change manager will give you a transport request, and that need to be manually entered where you have pressed the created button. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Just 3 assets created by you guys. Very bad. In systems are not okay. Right. Okay. No worries. Let's move to something new. So, what do you think of how you will be complaining about any incident at the time when you are in a maintenance plan? At that, suppose, let's start assuming things in a different way from now onwards, because we have completed down our master data, and now we are about to move to the transactional data. Okay. In that case, what we will be doing is we will be looking things in a broader way. So how do you guys assume those data? How do you assume those data? Means those complaints to be managed, how the complaint is going to be raised, Suppose you are working in a utility plant and you found out that one of the machinery is not working. Then what you will do? Any idea?
Sorry, say that again.
Suppose you guys are working in a maintenance plant and now you want to work on, you want to post any complaint for any machinery which is not working. So how you
We
plan
used to
to?
raise a service ticket, yeah.
We'll raise a
Okay.
notification, right?
Not,
Yeah,
yeah.
they will raise a notification, and what details you will be providing to that notification? Being a business user only, the technician, kind of a technician you will be, or kind of a person who is working on a machine and he found out that machine is not working. So what all those things you will be putting out on the complaint?
Machine number, like kind of defect
Right.
we have seen,
Okay,
the location maybe.
okay. Any
Maybe
another
other
thing?
Either machine is up and running or it is down.
Fine. Any another thing?
some description text about the issue.
Okay. What else?
The impact of the machine. Maybe the Kunal has the severity. I mean to say.
Okay. What more things could be there? From when the machine is not working, can be the option as well. Okay.
When did it started showing this kind of thing, like machine not working? The start time of the incident.
Okay. So let's start working with the notification. Hope you can see my screen. So
Yeah.
when we talk about plant maintenance notification, then we use these transactions. Okay, there could be some notifications which are created from these transactions. These are for the service notification and these for the maintenance notification. Okay. Ports IW29, IW28 for the change. So we are going to use only these transactions today to see how the notifications are working. When you work on your actual system, you will find out that there are large number of notification types are defined in your system. Okay. In here, we have defined only two types: maintenance request and maintenance malfunction report. Just to show you how things are being designed. Okay. Why these different kind of notifications are defined in any system? Just to differentiate the kind of work they are doing. There is a option in our SAP system provided to change the notification type at the later stage. Suppose at the time when you have created a notification or provided a complaint to the maintenance department that this machine is not working, so they will take a complaint in any maintenance notification type depending on the business process. Okay. They can take a maintenance complaint on M1. They can. But later on, if they want, they can change the notification type to M2 if there was anything which is required. Why these things are reported in such a manner, like maintenance breakdown, maintenance notification suggests that we have a complaint So there could be many different number of nature of the notification, like the complaint is for a minor issue. It could be for a major issue. It could be for a breakdown. It could be for of some repair process where it is required. So for any incident, just like we go for a system and we go to the police station and file a first investigation report, which is known as FIR. In the same way, we provide the maintenance notifications. Okay. So in that case, this is the first problem report first or a first problem notification. Okay. So what you can do here is you will be first informing the system that so at the time when we are contacting our maintenance department, we are providing them the machine equipment number if we have those things, which is mandatory for every time you will go for the project or you are working, then these things you will have find out mandatory. Either one of them will be a mandatory thing. So if all the details are mentioned or maintained in the asset, then all those details will be copied. These dates are coming based on the scheduling parameters defined in configuration as we have defined them in forward scheduling. So they come in that manner. Let's see here what it is shown. I have maintained the dates in the system and we can see that the technical object is in under the vendor manufacturer warranty. So we are working on plant maintenance. We will only be concerned about the manufacturer warranty. We are not concerned about the customer warranty because no one is the customer here. You have not provided any warranty to anyone else. Okay. So based on these dates, system has already identified that the system is in under warranty. Okay. So this is another tab where you can find out that malfunction is start date. Malfunction is start date. First of all, at the time of creation of notification, it will be automatically copied from system date and system time. Later, you can change it. You can say that this machine is not working from last date, and I am complaining right now. Location data will automatically come from the asset. This is again an important field or important aspect here, that who has reported this complaint. It could be made mandatory most of the times in most of the organizations I've seen. These fields are made mandatory. That who has reported these notifications, who has reported the complaint, could be a point of contact. Now these things come again as a item task activity. What could be the scenario here? Now, if you have the details, and the system is asking you what kind of failure it was, so they can say that what is not working. If the technician has if they have the knowledge, if the user has the knowledge, who's reported the details, then at that time these details can be filled out, that the fuse is not working, what is damaged. Okay? And later on, when maintenance planner will start working, later on, when the maintenance planner will start working, at that time, changes can be done. Okay. means technician might not have the complete information at the time when they have created the notification. Later on, this has been submitted to the maintenance planner. What the maintenance planner will do? Maintenance planner will ask the technician to work out there or will self-visit the notification. Could be any of the cases.
At the description there, let's say there's no, like it's a problem the user doesn't recognize. It's not a fuse. It's not a protective device. It's nothing on the list. Can they put that free text in that description? That's for the end user?
Yes, this is a free description. And even in most of the cases, like damage, even if you do not find the damage codes there, then this is a free text. What is damaged? Even if the cause is not there applicable in the system, then you can provide the cause text here. That cause is not listed out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
So this is malfunction, break malfunction. So what differs from the corrective notification to the breakdown notification? This indicator. This indicator suggests that the machine is completely breakdown and the productivity has stopped. Until the breakdown indicator has not been set. Okay, the machine is in working condition, but it is not working properly, or it is not working those or completing those tasks which have been assigned to that. Okay. So once the notification is created by the reporter, then move into the notification.
Just one thing, Rahul. I think before notification that object, that part damage and other thing that so that is also part of the master data creation, right? Maybe we'll cover that later. This object part damage.
We have already covered this. QS41. These are the catalog profile and code groups.
Maybe I missed it. Okay.
Okay. See out. So these all are the predefined system settings. This is the configuration at the time. These are the predefined parts at the configuration. Okay. In the last class, we have discussed these two catalogs and code groups.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And these are assigned into the equipment. They can be assigned in functional location. They can be assigned in the notification. If they are assigned in all the three objects, then also it will be copied from the equipment. If it is not assigned in equipment, then they are going to be copied from the functional location. If they are not assigned in any of the master data, then they are copied from the notification. These are the catalog profiles. Catalog. But I forgot one detail. Apologies, just getting some phone calls. I will inform the T code as well for the catalog profile. That is the profile creation to S22. This transition QS41 is for QS41 is for the task, creating the catalog, assigning the code groups, and assigning the code groups to them. Okay, I will give you the transaction for the catalog profile as well. Last week I have given. Now even I forgot those transactions. Haven't mentioned here as well. So at this time, now the maintenance planner, what the maintenance planner will do, based on those things, they can assign a task. Okay. So there could be the predefined task in the system. They can define to check the controls. There could be multiple tasks they can assign. Okay. And if there was any activity need to be performed there as well, then they will assign the party activity. Or the technician can at the later stage reported that after completion of the task that what activities have been performed. Either case, this is possible. So once I have saved this notification, the things are invoked against the items. And if you have any predefined tasks which need to be worked out, then you can assign them as well. So once the notification has been started, now what need to be done? The green flag you can see here. The notification needs to be put in process. That notification needs to be released.
So is this the end user like saying, hey, this is broken, or is this the maintenance guy adding all these tasks? That's the maintenance guy?
So these tasks will be performed by the maintenance planner. Let me
is he
go
like
through this.
admin level? Is this during the
You can
initial
say that.
setup?
Okay. Let me go in the different manner.
So these tasks are added when SAP is being set up, and here's this piece of equipment. When it has problem XYZ, then it's going to need these tasks done to it.
These are going to be a predefined set of tasks at the time of system setup, but these are not finalized and they need to be changed every 3 months or anytime you have some new updates for your machineries or new technologies came into the picture, they need to be updated. New machineries came into picture, new activities, new tasks, new items added into the organization, then those need to be added there as well. So it is a very uncommon practice to use completely in things in this way. Okay, but yes, all the utilities industries use these things. Item, task, activities, causes. This will help them to filter the data at the later stage, that what are the major breakdowns, identify what are the items in my organization are failing so fast. Means suppose if the fuses are failing so frequently for all number of objects, then they will fix something in a broad manner, in a broad way. Why the machinery fuses are getting fused. So these causes will be also identified at the later stage. Suppose at the end of 3 months, they will identify that there are 100 machines where fuses has been repaired. So they will try to find out a common cause and they will try to fix that in general and try to avoid those things permanently. Okay. Those are the business decisions and the decision making by the business owners.
Hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP Corporate Training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
Let's see out here. Maintenance department is a complete entity. Here sits a maintenance planner. Technician is someone who is going to work on the field or work on machine or repairman. Machines are the entities which are working or known as the assets. Owner and the user reported. So what first will happen is user went to the machine, identified the machine is not working. Okay. They cannot directly go to the technician. They will simply report to the maintenance department that machine is not working. Okay. Once maintenance department find out that the notification, sensing the severity of the work, sensing the requirement and the priority, whatever they decided in whatever the based on the user reported, they will first take an action. They will ask the maintenance planner to work on this. Then maintenance planner will start their work on the machinery and the notification. At that time, what they will do is they will start working on this notification. They will start working on this notification.
Rahul, the question is like, who will first create the notification? It's the user or the planner?
Neither user will be creating the notification, neither the maintenance planner will be creating the notification. See, in most of the work organization, if you have ever visited, they have some calling numbers.
Okay,
They
so
will call
the calling, no, it depends upon, company to company. So you are saying that user has called a calling number and some back office team has created a notification, right?
Correct. User has to just inform. Or maybe in some, maybe there could be a scenario. In some cases, user have been given a SAP access or some different mobile devices where they can report that which machinery has been failed. This can also be an option. Okay.
Okay.
In most of the cases,
So
just
this
like one.
particular, this particular form that you are showing, okay,
Mhm.
so it's a calling number, the guy is going to fill it, right? I mean, in your case.
Suppose let just tell me, suppose you have got your laptops assigned at TCS. If those are not working, then what will you do first? You will just create a ticket to ITT.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you were saying something.
Yeah, we will create a ticket in the system. Yeah, you are right.
So it could be a possible that you can create a ticket in the system. You can call the customer support, TCS customer support at the time. Okay.
No, I got it. So eventually someone is going to fill, either the user or some call center guy is going to fill it. Okay. Now how this maintenance planner is informed, like is there any workflow or notification, email notification?
I've informed you about the reports. Okay. IW29 reports and IW28 reports. These are accessible by the users. What they will do is they will simply remove these things and they will check in their system that how many notifications are outstanding notifications.
Oh,
So
okay.
they can
That
find
way.
out.
Okay. Okay.
And a report or a email alert can also be assigned to the maintenance planners.
Okay, got it. And then once it is received, then planner is going to add those activity and task, right?
Yes, once received, that planner will check with the check with the user. Planner can have a planner is now responsible for making the machine work again. Okay. So what your tech support do is tech support will ask you few questions if you have reported the things that if the laptop screen is working, keypad is working, what actually is not working. Okay. So they will ask you few things. Based on those things, they will either send you some software to download those software or to work on them. And there could be different actions can be taken, like I'm sending some guy to you, and they will check your machinery and inform further and please wait for the next action.
Where is the equipment here? In the notification first tab, right?
One, not in the notification.
So typically what happen, I mean, based on the what is my equipment, my task and activity list, okay, should be auto filtered based on the equipment. I mean, is it happening in SAP or not?
Yes.
I mean, do we have ability to define equipment specific task?
Yes, this is the way we have defined catalog profile.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Because as a planner, I just want to see only equipment specific, task and activities, right?
Okay, so the transaction for this is OQN6. Transaction is OQN6. OQN6. This is a SPRO data. Also, SPRO data has transactions. Most of them have transactions, but for SPRO settings, I suggest you to go via path only. It is going to help you out. Okay, so we have assigned this profile, plant maintenance. Okay, so what we have assigned here is the different number of catalogs and different number of code groups. You can see it out from here, US 41. Suppose if we talk about tool, we have multiple. So this is what we have assigned it for task. Okay. So all the tasks, whatever the task will be used for that asset will come from here. Okay.
Okay.
So these we have added in here. If we want, we can have another task here. Okay. So this task is now available. Okay. In the same manner, we use task. For the notifications, what we actually use here is task, causes, effects sometimes, activities for PM. We usually use activities for PM coding. So there are 4-5 items we use. However, if you want more things, you can activate more things. If time permits, then we will go for the notification configuration today, because that is as important as notifications are, because there are a number of fields which we cannot add for all the notifications at the same time. But yes, those are available in the system and you must visit them at the training.
So okay, got it. So it is implemented by catalog. Okay.
Yeah, it is implemented by the catalogs and code groups.
Can you go back to
that's
equipment one more time? Yeah.
It's okay. Somewhere I have logged.
Anyway,
Yes.
I will check. Okay. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
One
Catalog
more thing here. For the catalog profile, I once have said that this is available in equipment, functional location, and notification both, and all the three places. See, if you have not maintained it in equipment and you have created a notification, then the data will start coming from the notification configuration. At the time of the notification configuration, there is an option to maintain the catalog profile. What if all the places in catalog profile has been maintained and all are different? Then which catalog profile will be made effective in the system? Tell me, I have informed you these
Obviously, it
things
should
5
be
minutes ago.
first equipment, then location, like that, right?
Yeah, correct. First equipment, then function location, then notification. These are the interview questions as well, and the rule of thumb.
Say that again. First equipment,
Then functional location,
functional.
then functional location. If function location is in picture, and then notification. Hope you got.
Yeah. Thanks.
So now, once we have all the things came in here, when we are working in here, once the user has reported the notification up to the back office, then there could be few things. Okay. They will assign few tasks. They will assign a person, or they can assign a few tasks to here, to the user, what need to be performed on what task. Okay. And now the technician has not visited the situation, not visited them, but yet they can complete those tasks. They can work on those tasks and items. So this is the practice in SAP systems, is to release everything and to complete everything. Suppose if a technician is visiting this generator or visiting this machine, then what will happen is technician will release the task. Okay. The status will change to TSRL. This is the standard status. Okay. When the technician has complete the task, then they will complete that task. Now the system status will set to TSCO for this task particular. In the same manner, the another task will be released. In the same manner, the another task will be released and completed by the business technician. So all the task has been completed now.
One question, task release here means like sort of approval to go ahead and work, or
Yes.
but like do we have to do like task by task in this maintenance, the notification request, or can be done usually it will be together, right? Like if there are 4 or 5 tasks, you will release them together.
To be done. It is to be done on based on a notification. It cannot be for multiple notification at the same time. However, it could be in a different way. Like you have got 10 to 15 notification and you have assigned one technician to all those notifications, and that particular person will be working on all those notifications at the same time.
No, I'm thinking about this notification which was open, this 543. We had 3 tasks, right?
Correct.
So now you're saying the maintenance planner is going and releasing this task one by one so that the technician can work on it.
Yes.
Or is it like, so my query is like why the maintenance planner has to do like for all tasks individually. Isn't something available like you can release all the tasks together, because these are only 3, but if there are many tasks.
Let me come to that as well. You can select all and you can release all the tasks.
Okay.
So all the tasks has been released.
What does the acronym TSRL mean?
Task release.
Just task is TS and release is RL.
If you want to identify such things, you will select the line item. You can click on information button. Everywhere you can find an I button, it will give you the status details and the status full forms. TSRL is task released. These details will be available only when you have assigned any user status to any of the objects. Okay. I've created few user status for you to show them. We will also see them. Okay.
If the customer says, hey, we're used to comp, can you make that TSRL into comp? That doesn't make any sense to us. Because to me, that's like if I'm an end user or really anyone, TSRL, unless I've had training like this, I'm going to have no idea what that means. I'm not going to think that is done. And even after I see the help explanation, it means task is released. Well, released to what? Released is not, without special training, I'm going to think released ready to be done, released to the tech, released in what context. So if the customer says, hey, I don't like this task status code, can we change it to COMP for complete? Can that be changed? Yeah, like at least there, if I can start to think COMP.
Now this is task
for complete.
COMP or
okay. Okay, so what does released mean? I thought you were saying released meant it was done.
No, release means approved, like sort of approve and go ahead and do the work. Sort of approved in maximum.
So we can assign the person involved as well here, like who is the person responsible for the task. You can also assign. Okay, if you want to assign those details in here, then you can assign it here.
Sorry, say that again. I'm sorry, I was typing a note.
Suppose if suppose maintenance planner has added a task, then they can also add the details that who is the person responsible for this task completion. Okay. So they can also add out a name of the person who is responsible for this task completion. This is a button here. You can select on our F4 option in here. Currently not working due to task is closed.
Okay, so I get the
person responsible.
Okay, so TSCO means completed. Again,
TSCO means task completed, only for task.
That task is completed.
Yes. So in here also you will have to see 3 statuses. First status is OSNO. OSNO, ATCO, NOPR, NOCO. So these are the standing notification. All tasks completed. Notification in process. Notification completed. Okay. From now onwards, whatever the objects you will be moving, you will get all the different tasks for every object. And those all are the system defined. For task list, you have seen PSRN, PSCO, TSOS. Oh, sorry, TSOS. It means outstanding task. This means task released. This means task complete. Okay. So what happens in here? First, you have notified the maintenance planner that maintenance department that this notification is required for work. Once they start working on this notification, they will put the notification in process as well. When they have started working on this notification and assigned the task to someone, then they will put the things in process. So now the notification status has been changed to NOPR. And a status profile has also started to appear. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm clear on the tasks and the statuses of the notification itself and the task, but back to my original question, these task statuses that you just gave us, are they hard baked in, or can the client say, I don't like that, change it to some other
acronym? No, there is no way to change it.
Okay.
Client has to like that. Only these statuses, whatever known as the user status, these can be changed. Okay. Nothing else can be changed. These all are whatever those are coming in the field of system status. Those are the standard status, and no one can change them.
This user status can also be applicable for the task also, right? The task status
Yes.
also, I could say user status, right? So we can define user status for task also. Okay.
Yes.
I think that way to address him. I think your question, there could be some relevant status we can create as user status. So in this case, CRT is create here. Now TSCO, right? Against TSCO, we can have a user status which could be comp, right, or complete or whatever it is, right?
Yes. See, the concept of user status we will see out later stage. Okay. But I just have configured things. So I've configured the user status. We will see out how the user status works and how they prevent things from happening anything. Okay.
Is it mapped to this internal statuses, right? If you are telling CRT, is it mapped to that at core whatever internal status?
Yeah, those are right. Yes, those are mapped. Those are mapped to influence the data. But yes, we will discuss that at a later stage.
Okay, got it. So
okay.
But this is user status. So I mean, we were just talking about tickets and notifications. Why are we looking at
user status doesn't mean that it's a status of the user. But what indicates that for the reference of the user, this could be the status.
These are the user controlled statuses. Suppose if you want to control any status, any system status, then you can use user status profiles and set any such user status which can prevent any system status to be set.
Okay. Any system status to be what?
Be set. And I suggest you to please wait for the user status. We will discuss that in detail in the coming session, or if time permits, then today. Okay. Let's first discuss the system status, then only we can move to the super status.
And we'll hold on the question properly. Yeah.
Okay.
And Rahul, from the UI perspective, we can't expose the status text, right? Instead of status code.
No.
Is it possible?
No. You cannot. Even in the reports, it is not available. All the status in all the reports, you will get to see only these 4 letters for every status. You cannot even get the text for these things. There are tables where you can see all those things. Nowhere else you can see the text. Or either you have to create the customized reports if you want to see those statuses meaning. So let's just come back to the notification. We will discuss the user status in detail. Okay. Let's first discuss
one more question. So when you do this task release or even at the notification level, all these actions, right? Is there any background activities are happening? In the sense, is there any workflow also that will trigger,
that
or is it all?
In SAP system, no workflow is triggered automatically. Okay. Based on the business requirement, there can be workflows assigned to these systems, and you guys will not play any kind of role in assigning any workflow. What you will do is suppose you will get a mail, you get a business requirement that whenever a notification is raised on some different assets, then we want an email. Okay. In those such cases, you will write down the custom code, means you will write down a functional specification and provide that functional specification to your ABAP workbench team. Okay. And they will create these things.
Okay.
Who will create
the customization?
Your coders, ABAP team, SAP ABAP.
It's all
So it's a code-
customization only, right? Code level change only, right? Yeah.
Code level change. Okay.
So ABAP team is responsible for these things. RISEF, workflow, reports, interfaces, I forgot, enhancement, and I again forgot. So all those things are mostly not originally done by the functional and technical team together. Okay, all the workflows, all the custom reports, all the custom interfaces, all the enhancements.
Forms.
Conversion and forms.
Forms and conversion.
Yeah, forms. And C is for conversion.
Configuration properly done. Configuration. I don't know.
Configuration is solely done by functional. If that is configuration or not. See, forms, what are these forms? These forms are the smart forms. Okay, that we also discuss at the very last stage. What are the smart forms? Okay. So this has been done. Now the notification is in process. Okay. Once all the task has been completed, then now the machine is made up. After some time, task is completed. So what they will do, they will mention all the activities which have been performed, whatever the extra activities required, they can mention here. Fuse changed, wire changed. There could be these things. Okay. All will happen only in such a case when there is no costing involved. If there is any cost involved, then we will not end these things in the notification itself. This is the very major point.
You're using parts. How is there no cost?
I'm just providing you a scenario. This can also happen. Okay. This is not a proper business scenario. Exact business scenario could be completely different. I'm saying that assume that fuse and wires, these all are changed or repaired or have done anything where the cost has not been involved. You have done some maintenance in your owned machinery and there is no cost happened to the business. And business, even if there could be a case that business just want to show the cost for the order, then in such cases we use notifications. Only notification. Okay. I am just trying to explain you the concept of notification. When we will be working on orders, then we will incur the cost and proceed in a different manner. Okay. Hope you got this. If we do not have to shell out, if we do not have to book any cost onto the maintenance and things have been done in here only, just one thing.
I'm still not following what you mean by cost, because even if you send a tech there, that's the cost of the tech's time.
I've changed the cost codes. Now there will be no cost.
In that case, ideally, this shouldn't consume any items or any materials, right? So this
Here could be business scenario. Depending on the business scenario, you have to work. If business suggests that put the cost, then you have to put the cost and have to move to the service or move to the work order. Okay. If business does not want to put those costs, then you should not put any cost. It's completely dependent on the business process where you will be working. So now in such a case, what your laptop was in a faulty manner, the person who came to visit you has checked your laptop and just simply adjusted the mouse pad and it started to work. no cost incurred into the notification, and the process will end here. So what will happen here at this time? The person will move to the notification and ask that if the complaint, give me a formal view that if the ticket can be closed. So once you say yes, the ticket can be closed, then the person will complete this ticket. So whenever you are completing this ticket, you will get a pop-up that reference date and reference time. At what time the bug has been resolved. Okay. And on what date. This could be previous date, but cannot be a future date. So now the notification has been closed completely. Hope you find out this business process, what we are talking about.
Status is change or what is now the issue?
The status is NOCO, notification completed.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP Corporate Training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
But what if cost is involved, like we issued the material?
In case of cost is involved, then we have to create work orders. In those cases, when we study work orders, then we will discuss about that. Currently, we are completely into the notification and the working of the notification. Okay. Currently, we have not linked the notification to work order.
So even the labor transaction, cost is not involved here, or that is automatically?
No, no cost is involved when we are working on the notification. Notification is simply like you have reported some issue to your IT department and they have solved it from there only, just by sending you a software, or just by asking you to adjust the machine in a such a manner, or just by asking you to restart your laptop so that BIOS will reboot and you start work. Okay. This is just a form that you have informed your maintenance department that things are not working in a correct manner.
Okay, got it.
I think it's a preliminary investigation sort of activity can happen here, right? And based on the observations, it could decide whether a work order required or not, right?
Correct. So I have just added those few tasks. Okay. I have added few tasks, and based on that, just don't go on the text of those tasks. Just feel it that we have some task here. The technician is working on those tasks and check if things require to work. Although these tasks are mostly being worked in the way of IoT, Internet of Things. All those tasks, just like in the utility industries, in the event of a turbine failure or in event of some turbines, there is a notification raised for the turbine that the turbine is overheating. Based on an IoT device, it has been observed that a turbine is overheating. So what they will do, they will create a notification in the system, and the most common the task code will appear is just reboot the IBM SCADA system. So these all are the IBM SCADA systems, and they will simply reboot the SCADA system sitting in their own office location and then recheck the temperature of the turbine from the IoT sitting in the computer office, sitting in their office only. They can check those things and the notification can be closed further. Okay. So this is a usual way of working in the utility industry for the notification. Even when you put complain, then you have to assign a task. It is not important. Most of the businesses I have seen, they do not even use the catalog profiles into the picture. Why so? Because they have to maintain them every every few months they have to maintain for every object, and which incurs a lot of time. But yes, utility industries, some utility industries used to have these things.
And what if like the temperature is still increasing?
They will move to the service order and they will send a technician to visit there.
Okay.
Or the maintenance planner
That-
will work in a different way. That is
Okay, that
completely up
will
to
be
the
another
maintenance.
request.
No, that will not be another request. In the same request only, you have performed all these tasks, and when you find out that things have not worked, then you will go to the next step. I don't know how to manage turbines. I'm just giving you a proper example.
Okay,
Suppose
okay.
if it was not working, then what you will do? You will the maintenance planner has some another set of defines to how the turbines should be cooled down. So they will check for the cooling element from there. So in mostly in the utilities industries, the cost for maintenance used to be very, very high. Sending a technician to a turbine is going to be very high because they need to completely plan those things, turn down that turbine. Turbine should be in not working state. Many clearances need to be taken for working on a turbine. So all those things are going to be very costly for business. In those events, they have started to use SCADA systems, Internet of Things. They consistently take the readings of the ongoing devices, and those readings are being posted in SAP systems or in different data lakes. And based on those things, they decide what to do next based on their predefined procedures. Okay. So the purpose of notification is to complete a maintenance without where there is no costing involved. If there was any costing involved in the notification, then they will have to move to the work order, because in notification we cannot
So Rahul,
capture
that
any
was the
cost.
question. So from here, can I create a work order, convert it, or should I create a fresh?
Yes, you can
Yeah,
create a work order.
Okay.
There is the option here, order. Okay.
okay.
There is an option here. You can create a work order if it is required.
Perfect. Thank you.
So what if it's a false alarm or nothing has to be action on the notification? Can it
So
be
that is
cancelled? Or what is
yes, yes, that is going to be the scenario with the maintenance planner and business. So in what cases, in those cases, notification will be taken in process. Notification will be taken into process. The task will be assigned against the item. Okay, the task will be assigned. 1 minute. A task will be assigned like check control. If planner will check control, if the user will check control, and if it is working fine, then they will ask the customer to check, or the user to check the machine again. If they say that machine is working, they can simply close the task. Okay.
Okay. So in any case, we cannot cancel the notification?
No notifications. Why? See, you created an IT ticket. Okay. You cannot cancel those IT tickets. Why you should be canceling those IT tickets? Because someone has to check those things. Someone has to check those things and inform you that if it is working or not. Okay. Based on the business requirements, notifications can be wiped out from system, but yes, they cannot be deleted. However, a deletion flag can be set.
No, not deletion, but I think marked as cancel or not. Nothing has been acted upon, right? There could be.
So in those cases, there is no such standard parameter provided by SAP to cancel the notification. In such a cases, you can add a status in here, cancelled, and set the no-go here. Notification completed, and the status will be
user status could be cancelled, right? Okay.
User status could be set here to cancel, so that it will define a correct view.
So that order, that slot field there, order underneath notification status, is that what we click to create a work order?
Yes, this is a way to create an order from the notification. When you click on this, you will get a pop-up what order you need to be creating. This I have already assigned in the system defaulted, so it is taking directly this.
So SAP doesn't specifically call it a work order, it just calls it order.
No, it is specifically called as work order. See, most of the times you call it work order, you can call it maintenance order, anything can be called it. Okay.
But what it's showing is just order, not work order.
No, this is a field for order number. Okay, so that is just order. When you create, then it will say create order. And if you are creating any particular order, then here in the description, you will get to see that what kind of order it was. Okay.
So, and when we said like the notification got generated, right, from the SCADA system, so like how that gets connected, like.
So those are again the interfaces.
Okay.
Those are again the interfaces. The data is coming from the SCADA systems, either in the form of XML files, it could be in the form of iDocs. Okay. And there will be some custom programs will be created inside the system. And whenever they get any data, they will create the notification automatically.
Okay.
Rahul, when you create a work order, right? So in this notification, you will have 3-4 tasks. And when you create that work order, so will it have all those 3 tasks in operations, or it will create three work orders?
Notification will not pass any task, any item data to the work order. Okay. The all thing will stay here. Only location data and header data will be transported. No data from the notification will be transported there. The things will be completely replanned when we are working in the order. So it is working in such a manner. It is working in such a manner that when the maintenance planner assumes that there are going to be the working cost, okay, which needs to be booked, then they will simply avoid working in the notification. They will simply move to the work order as per the business processes.
Okay.
There could be a scenario that the maintenance planner can directly create the work order. Notification can be avoided. So it works either way. There is nothing mandatory that you have to create a notification before going for a work order. Okay.
Yeah.
Any further questions on the notification?
Yeah, one more. So suppose in utility environment I'm talking. So we have an outage, okay, and the outage management system says like, okay, there is an outage or there is a customer complaint of an outage. Okay, it will definitely require a technician visit, right? You cannot just sit here and fix it. Okay, I'm talking about the distribution company. Okay.
Correct.
So in those cases, what happens is like a work order is created, or maybe in your case a notification is created. It is immediately, the task is automatically assigned, and it is immediately assigned to a technician. So everything is done automatically. So how that can be achieved here in SAP?
First of all, when we are talking about a distribution company, in those cases, we do not talk so much about the plant maintenance. Here, from there, the focus will start going to shift to the customer services. Okay. When we get those complaints from the customer, let me complete first, then you can, just say. Okay, let me complete first the process, what I am trying to tell, and then please ask question. Okay. Suppose at that time a notification has been created, like customer complaint has been created. Okay, based on that complaint, if it was of a very highest of a hierarchy, that field is currently missing in here. So this is the field priority. Here you can set what kind of priority is here. Both applicable for both systems, for the service notification as well and for the maintenance notification as well. Okay, these things have been set as a very high. And in that event, maintenance planner will prepare for an on-site visit. Okay, that is going to be an on-site repair. On-site repair process will work over there. So what will happen is just take a very common example. Let's see, leave it. So you have an outage, you have created a notification. Now, if it has to be a very important notification, and then maintenance planner, what the maintenance planner will do, maintenance planner will create a service order and assign that service order to the technician and release the work order and assign the time, at what time the technician should visit, or at the earliest availability of the technician will be identified from the planning board, and the technician will visit the site and start the repair there.
Rahul, sorry, I'm interrupting. So
Yeah, it's okay.
there are two roles. Okay, one is planner. Okay, and another is scheduler. Okay, so planner actually, in case of emergency, we don't require any planner to be intervened. Okay, immediately it should go to the. I don't know. We have not come to the how the you have scheduler also.
Yes.
Okay, so it should directly appear. I mean, the requirement is like the PM notification should be created or immediately visible in the scheduler. Okay, so that he can dispatch it with the emergency one, right? You should, right?
Okay.
So it should come up here on the top, and he should be immediately dispatched to next available technician. Okay, so this is how it is to be done. Okay, I don't know how. I mean, so what is the requirement here is like notification should be created. Okay, and it should be automatically in some status where it is waiting schedule or something.
Correct. So in such a cases, what can be done is, see, I have recently implemented one kind of project where we have such a requirement that everything needs to be automated in the case of very high very high failure in the turbines. Like there could be sometime emergency situations in the turbines where some lightning happened on a existing turbine. So in those cases, turbine catches fire. I'm giving you a scenario. Okay, once the turbine catches fire, the SCADA system alert and a very high priority notification will work out. So now the rest of the process, there is no SAP standard thing where the automation can happen. So again, the notification will be created, order will be created, scheduling will be done, technician visit will be scheduled. But there will become a customized program from the background, okay, created by you and your ABAP team, code level change. Based on that code level change, the system will sense a very, very high priority notification has been created, and we have to act very fast on that. So at the instant, based on the defined parameters, a work order will get created automatically. System statuses will be set accordingly. Okay, and what will happen again? The scheduling will be done to the first available technician, and the technician visit will be made available on a very short notice. So there is no standard way to convert notification to order, to schedule, to act accordingly. Any standard settings are not available in SAP. For all those things, SAP has given you n number of custom programs, n number of customer service exits, where you can add your design codes and modify the existing screens. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Rahul, maybe you have answered the questions. So do we have the field or something like that to see like who is assigned on this notification or who is working on the notification on this screen? The way like you have
For the task.
In the task, it is there.
For the task, we have
the person field. Okay.
There are fields.
Understood. Yeah.
But these are mostly not used because when we are not doing any kind of billing against the notification, then the persons are also not paid for this work. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's come to action box. So what action box is used for? Okay, action box and the various different actions are available in the system. Okay, we have not configured this yet completely, but this is something where you can, or the maintenance planner can take some actions. Okay, like if you want to directly create a production order from here in this notification, against this notification, that can also be done here. If you want to create some service order directly, that can be done here. There are various nodes available which can be activated in this action box, and a direct action can be taken by the planner and the worker person who is processing this notification. Okay.
How this action box is open?
Action box is already open.
Directly.
Okay. So you can simply create an internal note if you want. So the note has been created. I don't know where the note is available for us to view. If you want to create the quality notification from here directly, that can be created. Like most of the time, you will get some complaints where further notification needs to be created. Then in such a case, you can create a different notification directly from here. Okay. So this is just an additional box provided you to take necessary actions from the same page. This is usually used for the utility industries. Let's see out the different other functions for the notification. Assuming that we have closed down the notification, and if you want to reopen the notification, then yes, you can reopen the notification by clicking on in process again. Assuring you that the screens will be different when you are using the different GUIs. I am using 730 and SAP signature style screen. Okay. When you use 730, 740 screens, then they will appear in a different manner. This function is available here, that if you want to define any different partner functions, and another partner functions. If you have any kind of partner functions which you want to involve, if these are maintained in the equipment, then they will get automatically copied based on the partner determination procedure which we maintain in configuration. This function is known as the document flow. Or
Can you please explain again? I didn't follow that. What is that partners used for?
Partner functions are made available here, like in the equipment itself, mostly maintained in the equipment, that who is going to be the person responsible. Suppose for this notification, if you want to maintain who is the person responsible, then can be maintained vendor. If you want to maintain a vendor, then the partner function can be added in here. A vendor means first the configuration is required, then partner data need to be created. Okay, then those details can be added. These details are useful to identify who all are the persons responsible and who can have the best knowledge about this machinery. You can configure vendor, you can configure the manufacturer.
Equipment is under warranty, so we can inform the supplier, right, or the vendor.
Yes. Yes.
But other question, like, why are we storing data in the notification? Like, this data shouldn't the data be in the equipment, right? That who is the vendor or like contract person or.
Let's come to the notification then. We have not maintained anything here. If we have maintained anything here, then it will be automatically copied to the notification.
Right.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, got it.
And if we want to add further few more details, if you want to add few more details at the notification stage, then that can also be done.
Mhm. Yeah, ideally it will be driven from the equipment. If required, it can be ready. Okay.
Now let's see one more thing here. I think I created for some customer services equipment over there.
No, you cannot start your warranty before the equipment date. Right? So just change the
So
date.
we will not cover the warranty in any way.
Just in general, if some equipment is in warranty, like a generator, wouldn't the customer send their own maintenance guys? They wouldn't just wait the day it takes for the vendor to send out a guy, right? I would imagine. Like NiceWorks would send their own repair people to fix the generator and then just charge it to the vendor. Is that how it works?
Please come again.
So say that the client, whoever it is, buys a brand new generator, it's under warranty, and then it breaks down a month in. They're not the technician who actually fixes it, he's going to be the business's own technician. They're not going to wait a day or a week for the vendor to send out their own technician, right? They would send their own the customer business that just bought the equipment and now owns it. They would send their own mechanic to fix it and then bill the vendor. Is that how it works?
Yes, they can send their own technician, and in some events they can also hire a technician from outside of their organization as well, because most of the time it is available, but sometimes there could be a fault where the internal technician cannot work. So that is also covered in external processing. Let me see, I'm creating a new notification. So now this is the object information key that this is suggesting that for this equipment, we have already one notification created. However, the description is not coming and the numbers are not coming because PMIS is not activated in this system. Project Management Information System. Once the PMIS will be activated, then you will get the number of the notification in those screens as well. Okay. PMIS is activated at the time when we are configuring FI, and logistics. At that time, we need to configure PMIS.
Configure.
If I got some time, then I will configure.
Your mic seems a little more muffled than before. You can configure EMIA.
Sorry.
What did you say? You're saying letters?
PMIS. PMIS. That is
C as in cat.
PMIS. Project Management Information System. PMIS.
Yeah, okay. The P, when you say it in the connection, I'm not hearing the P properly at all.
Please.
Okay, Thanks for typing that for.
Okay, so you can click in here. You can also check if the notifications are open. Then it will take you to the report and also let you know that what all the notifications are already available for this system. Sorry, this asset. Once you click on here,
It is not showing the warranty. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay.
so what this new screen is. Okay, this is something where we have maintained the master warranty, and this will work in such a cases. This will work in such a cases where you have predefined systems that what parts are covered inside the warranty and what failures are not covered inside the warranty. Okay. Suppose for a generator repair, cosmetic changes or cosmetic damages are not covered, or they are covered for a particular duration. Then in such a manner, you can create a master warranty and find out at the equipment what is currently covered and what is currently not covered. Okay. So this can give you initial thing from the asset. A transaction for creating a master warranty is BGM1. However, this is like getting obsolete nowadays because none of the manufacturing companies are interested to use warranties. When in the utilities, when we are talking about the plant maintenance, then this is not being used thoroughly. This has been mostly used in customer services module, and at that time, customer services module.
Not interested in warranty that piqued my interest because I was waiting for the explanation. By law, we have to have warranty.
Yeah. Maybe
think,
SAP warranty. I mean, you may be talking about that particular module.
Yeah, that's tracking of the warranty.
The warranty is very much there in every industry.
I know
But
in
he said
general.
like in customer. But he said like in customer services they are using the warranties.
Yeah, yeah. Not this BGM one. Maybe.
I know big businesses in general are going towards service models. And
right.
You don't really own that. We'll just pretend you own it, but really you can't.
Correct.
Like digital purchases. You don't buy the movie, you buy the license.
Sorry team, it was just a bad day for me.
There he is.
Getting internet lags and now power cut.
We lost you right after you said they're not interested in warranties anymore, and then we did not get the explanation.
Yeah, I will come back to that. See, when we are working in plant maintenance, then in those cases, what we do, we are working on the assets which are owned by us. Okay. If something is under the warranty, then we are not creating any notification. Or even if we are creating the notification, we are not performing any task over there. Why that? Let's just have a guess. Why we are not performing any task on those notifications which are under for where the assets are under the warranty.
Yeah, because they will be managed by the vendor who is providing the warranty. But I think there's another angle to it that depends on whether you have the AMC with them or not. If not, like for small issues and all, the company who owns it, they only have to maintain. And for like bigger issues and conditions, then they invoke the warranty. So depends upon the conditions how the warranty is set up.
Our comprehensive student metrics ensure top-notch learning experiences. We track engagement through attendance, participation, and video interactions. Performance is measured via quiz scores and assignment submissions. We monitor learning behaviors, including time spent and revisit patterns. Our metrics cover social learning, course completion rates, and even post-course success. With technical data on platform usage and device information, we optimize every aspect of your learning journey.
In such cases, what we usually do here is we get the notification created, we see what all the warranties are covered. If things are covered here, then we will simply contact our vendor and get the maintenance done. If that things are not covered under the maintenance, then we will do our own maintenance. So yes, when things are being worked under the maintenance, under the vendor, so in those cases, we do not maintain our books. In those cases, vendor need to maintain their book. Vendor has to have a customer services module implemented in their system where they have to create a contract for you guys or our organization that this machine is under the contract and this is the contract number. Hopefully the contract numbers are not shared with the manufacturing units or the buyers. They only share the asset numbers and the serial numbers on the papers. Even if the contract numbers are assigned and given, they can be added anywhere in the particular field at the equipment, or there can be a new customized screen can be added. For example, I have had an airport project earlier where we have added those contract numbers which are created by the another party systems with us. Means we have maintained those things in our systems. So for that, we have added a new customized screen, a proper new screen like just a screen here that will have a complete new setup. That is need to be done by the screen enhancement. Again, need to be done by your ABAP team, coders.
By who?
Coders, ABAP team, code level changes.
ABAP team?
Yeah, SAP ABAP team. You must have an SAP ABAP team who does the code changes for you guys. Whenever there was any business requirement and that is not specific to SAP standard, then that team comes into the picture along with you. You both need to enhance this screen by a different means, or just like we discussed the RISE. Those parts are taken by the ABAP team along with you.
Could you type that out?
Yeah. ABAP. This is again a different module, just like plant maintenance.
So ABAP team does code changes.
Yes.
And in this context, we do the code changes for what kind of tracking?
For any code changes pertaining to SAP business functionality, ABAP team is responsible. Just like here, we are looking for any screen addition. For example, if we want to have an additional screen added here, apart from the existing system settings, okay? Suppose business has some activity, some data which need to be added in any particular different customer enhancement screen, okay? Then in those such cases, a new screen will be designed in here for the notification and a new tab will be added in here. SAP has given the provisions for that. For completing those functionality, your ABAP team will come into the picture.
And this is, so we're discussing warranty work and what kind of code changes would be needed to track what kind of warranty work?
No, for not that thing. Someone has asked for the contract the contract if it was created against the asset, and then it is the vendor contract. So we do not create the vendor contract in our system. That's what I explained. And then even if we want to save the vendor contract in our system, then there is no such functionality given in SAP notification. So in that case, you can create a new custom screen if required, or you can use any field which is idle as a free text. Okay.
You kind of lost me with vendor contract because that's opens a whole. I mean, a lot can be covered in the vendor contract. I don't see why you'd need the whole contract in here. Like the aspects of what is covered under warranty, but we already have that shown.
We have already have it. In case of
So why
plant
do we
building,
need a code change?
no, we don't need a code change for completing a warranty. Okay. We don't need any code changes here when we are doing master warranty or adding master warranty in the notification. Okay.
Yeah. So why are you mentioning code changes?
I was just giving an example. That SAP has given you a provision instead that if you are not happy with all the additional screens provided in by SAP standard, then there is a provision that you can add a customer specific screen for customer specific requirements.
Okay.
Okay. For there, you can add any kind of data, be it contract, be it any such data. You can design any kind of field of any length. Any data can be added in that screen. Okay. I was just giving an example. So if you do not find the checks here, then in those cases, you can follow the path: maintenance notification, functions, put in process, complete, in process again, and set a deletion flag. You cannot completely delete the data from the system, but yes, you can set a deletion flag. Once you set this deletion flag, the DLFL status will get activated for all the activities. This is a very common status across SAP. For any object, you will set a deletion flag. The DLFL status will appear, either set in front or it will get activated in the backend.
Would this be kind of like canceling?
It can be termed as a canceling, but it does not cancel the notification. It just put the notification on hold where it is right now. No changes, no further changes are permitted until the notification a deletion flag is removed. Okay. From the same place where you have set the deletion flag, you can reset the deletion flag. Okay.
Strange choice of words to mark it as deleted, but it won't be deleted. But I think I get what you're saying. It'll freeze it and then show it as
What
like
happens here?
inactive.
What happens in this case is you can mark that as deleted, but this will still be able to, means you can still get a display of that. Okay. If you want to undelete that, you can undelete it. But yes, this cannot be completely deleted from SAP. Nothing can be completely deleted from SAP pertaining to SAP plant maintenance module. No object once created cannot be completely deleted unless it is required. If any object needs to be completely deleted, then there is a complete process need to be defined, which is known as archiving process. Okay? That is to be set up by SAP basis team. Okay, basis team will set up a archiving process, and you will inform them what objects are need to be completely wiped out from the system. in here, suppose when we are working on the notification, and if we want to identify who has changed what objects, okay, then we can go to extras, click on the notification documents, and we can see changes. Okay, what all changes are available in the system and done by whom. This is again a change log which is to be activated at the time of designing the system. When we design the system in such a manner, then change will be made available. So what all the fields, what all details we have changed here will be given here as a old value and new value. Not all the details will come here. Not all the details. Okay, but most of the details will appear.
So Rahul, is it available for all transactions or only this?
It is mostly available for all the transactions, but we need to configure that in
I got
configuration.
it. It's like a audit table. Okay, very good. Thank you.
For every object, it can be checked only one at a time. You cannot check all the changes in one go. That is again a problem here in SAP. For one by one, if you have 10 assets, you want to change, find out who has changed what data in those 10 objects. You have to go to every asset and identify the changes.
That's understandable.
Okay. This is applicable to all the things, like even if we talk about the assets, it is applicable. Same data can be changed using structures, extras, display changes, or action log. Both will work out. If you set display changes, then it will create a big log detail, and major changes can be seen in the action log. So the change history for the equipment is not completely activated, or we have not changed anything here. Let me check. It is active. So what data has been changed here? We have changed description of technical object. Earlier it was blank, now it is test. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the same way, all the details can be changed. Just looking to change the category. I usually work for customer services, so I usually enter wrong transaction ID 51 instead of 21. I'm just trying to find out that if the business function for changing the maintenance activity type is available here or not. This is not available in this notification. I will check if we can change. Try to at least create one notification, each one of you, and try to use as many number of functions available here. Then you can only get to know much better, and you can have as many questions from me. Means you can ask as many number of questions from me. Also, if you want, you can try to map notification based notification in such a manner that it was used in your earlier system, like what actions, what applications they possess. Okay. And create both notification M1 and M2 notification. And please do create some more master data for yourself so that you will be able to create notification and number of orders for practice.
Okay.
Okay.